Hey, two live show. We in this bitch.
Yes, sir.
Two live show. We keep it lit. Two live show. Our facts legit.
So for real.
Two live show. I got them views. Two live show. She got them too. Two live show. We can't not lose and we won't. Two live show. Hey.
No L's. No L's.
Back in this thing. How y'all doing? Welcome aboard. Season 3, episode 3. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. So welcome back. The views a little low. I don't know what y'all doing out there. Come on, man. We need you. I guess it's cuffing season ain't fully in all the way season yet, so y'all ain't sitting down yet, but we need y'all to get on there and check us out, see what we're talking about. We're gonna liven it up for you with our new perspective on things, and just talking about life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness. By the way, I am the nice one, and this is my lovely co-host
Joy. He didn't say in liberty, in justice.
Yes, all that good
stuff.
We
don't do liberty here.
Hey, well, you know, all the liberties of getting the hell up out this system of racial, anyway, discrepancies.
So what we got going on? What's in the news?
Hey, man, my Dodgers, right? They pulled that thing out last night. I had to. I got my Laker hat on, but I had to represent. You know, when I was representing, that boy came through in the clutch in Bellinger. Boy, that little skinny man be hitting them balls over the goddamn wall. So we tied up 2-2 with the Giants. This is the game for the chip to play the Atlanta Falcons. Pardon me, Atlanta Braves.
Same thing.
Yeah, they're gonna take an L. If we get there, you know how we kryptonite for the Braves. So that was going on. You know,
I think with John Gruden.
Oh yeah, See, hey, I watched the Dave Chappelle. You watched it? Oh,
definitely, I loved it.
Man, that shit was hilarious. And if you got a brain and an IQ above 75, you should be able to understand it. You know, but he basically was saying if a black person say something or do something to another black person or anybody, or somebody say something against a black person, we apologize. Get over it, nigga. But if you say something against the LBGQXWY, then boy, you out of here. And as you saw, John Gruden is no more.
Now it's funny because on Friday when the racial comments came out, no one said he coached Sunday. But the moment that gay stuff and massage, you gotta go. So it's cool that he's saying this guy has big lips and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
he's
Michigan
dumb.
Tire lips.
Yeah, that's not saying someone that talks too much. That you're making fun of his lips, like his features. That was cool because he coached on Sunday. That man got paid for that day to coach.
Facts.
Said didn't even talk. And it shows you the kind of man he was because imagine playing for this guy, and you have like the same features. I'm supposed to go out. If you notice the Raiders looked like crap that game. There was no spark. There was nothing because as a player, how can you play for a man who views you as that? Wow. But he didn't get fired. He didn't even get suspended. He didn't even say, let me step aside. But when the gay remarks came out and the Raiders have one gay player.
Up out of here ASAP. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Can't apologize your way out of that. You got to get fired and taken out of the scene, then you're going to apologize from the sideline.
That's what happened to Mark Jackson with the Golden State.
Yeah.
The owner's son was gay, and Mark Jackson, Christian man, he was like, I don't believe in this.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gone. And what happened? They got Steve Kerr in there.
He came in there and took all the ownership of everything that Mark Jackson built.
That was Mark Jackson's team.
That was his championship.
Yeah. So he got Tony Dungy.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. So what else? What you got going
on? These writing classes, man, I'm learning so much.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that call yet about my script.
Dude, whatever you need help, I'll help you. Well, I'll help you. I have no issue with that. Your time periods just be. Yeah, just let me know. Just the next time I come over, I'll give a wraparound. But yeah, I'm learning about definitely learned about the intricacies of writing and the ins and outs and little nuances to make a great movie, a good movie.
It was English your subject anyway when you were in school?
Yeah, I got my master's in English and MBA, so it's always been a thing I've been into. So
it only makes sense then.
Yeah, so it's been I would say this is probably one of the most challenging classes I ever had in my all my years of learning. If it's not
Oh yeah. Shout out to my Trenches creator, my son, Demetric Metric Robinson. He calls himself Metric. So Metric. He used the last parts. But Metric.
Hey.
Go give him a shout out on his Instagram page. He got a whole trench stars, getting out the trenches. Shout out to his company. Keep blowing up, boy. I love you.
Good job, son.
You know what I'm saying? Representing.
That's right.
Yeah. So what's the melon report? What we talking about?
We're looking at, and since we're talking about inventors, because he's inventing these shirts.
Okay. Creative,
yeah, that's right. Our melon report comes from Mr. Garrett Morgan, born March 4th. He was a tourist, which explains so much about his focus. 1877. So he was born like during Reconstruction and Jim Crow and all that other stuff.
Okay.
So he invented,
after 1865,
yeah.
10 years, 12 years, yeah.
So this was actually, he invented the 3 signal traffic light. So the green, yellow, and red, that was him.
Okay.
And then he invented what will become the gas mask. It's called, let me get the exact name for it so I won't lead you guys astray.
Yeah. Facts,
legit.
Yeah.
It was called the smoke hood. So people, actually firefighters use this as well. So what happened, they used the smoke hood so they could breathe through like smoke and fire and all that other stuff. So firefighters actually used that. He did not get the patent.
Why is that, I wonder?
Because he was black. And then because D Nice cuts hair, he actually made a chemical solution to straighten out
black hair.
So he died July 27th, 1963 in Cleveland. So he did a lot for Ohio, Cleveland. Yes, please. There's only one Cleveland.
Well, there's a Cleveland, Tennessee, but
are you serious?
Yes, I got pulled over in Cleveland, Tennessee.
Did not know
ticket, all that.
So he was also an advocate and a civil rights advocate as well. So an activist. So he did all 3 things. So thank you, Mr. Garrett.
Yes, sir. We salute you, homie.
They need a lot more traffic lights in this damn state.
This is called the show. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so trying some new shit.
That was throwback. So what are our top 2 today?
Oh, top 2 is like top 2 things to do for the fall. Me personally, I'm a cut some trees down in my yard. You know, they some leaves hazard. I'm just tired of them, and it's best just to get rid of them. And I'm still gonna get leaves in my yard. I have a few more trees, but
you have trees.
Yeah, I have trees, plural. Yes, acre of land.
But, we're talking about those.
But those trees. You funny. So yeah, we're doing that. And that's my top 2 things to do. You know, cut them trees down and just get this business, the Opulence Hair Studio. We need somebody with some design capabilities, signage. So if you're out there, holler at me. You should know my number. If you can't reach out, give us a comment and I'll reach out to you. Right. And so that's my top 2 things to do this fall. What you got on?
Oh, my top 2 things is like cook more. I've been slacking in that department. I am so sorry. I have guilty of sin.
Well, who's suffering? The kids? They eating what?
I'm eating. I'm just joking. No. Yeah. It's just. I mean, it's like I'll make. I'm sure like these kids, they just like hot dogs and nuggets. But I don't want. But I don't want to eat that. So it's like we have 2 separate things. I'm like I'm wasting money. So
bring it to the show.
Yeah,
the show
would appreciate it.
All the executive producers and the directors and all that. Yeah, I'll take care of it.
So I'm definitely gonna get back in the kitchen more. And my second top 2 is really, I used to be an avid reader, so I'm gonna get back in that. So I really started. Yeah, so I used to be like reading like that. So, cooking and reading.
All right, what's your top 2 items you need to get your gear right for the new weather we're about to change? New weather change.
I always buy like a pea coat. I love pea coats. I have enough jeans. Probably like another pair of boots or something like that.
Yeah, I have a navy pea coat still in the closet, so I throw that thing on, clean it up. Looks fresh as hell, and it's warm. So it's been through some battles. That's battle tested literally. Right. Desert Storm, Desert Shield. Look it up. And also, probably some new boots. I got some Tim, but They a little outdated, so I'm upgrading my Timbs this summer. I mean, this fall. Sorry. Still thinking about summertime. It's my favorite season, so that's my top things I'm taking care of or doing for this fall weather.
Nice. You got a nice fireplace down there, right?
Yeah. We might. It hasn't been cranked up yet. I don't know. Black folks and fireplaces.
I love mine. I have like the brick one where it goes in.
Is it on? I mean,
It's
use
had,
it.
yeah, heck yeah. I have to get a
Yeah, I'm pro using it. It's other parties in the establishment that is so against it, but l- luckily I don't have to listen to people, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take care of it. But I have to buy it, of course, take care of the expenses. It only makes sense, but yeah, we're gonna get that thing up and burning. I got enough wood back there,
yeah.
so I just cut some
And
trees
it's like
down.
smelling leaves in the fall. It's like,
Yeah, it's a great feeling. Yeah, just chilling out. I mean, you need to. This is actually the season to have the plan your business or plan your goals so you can be ready for the spring and summer of next year. So this is really the season to buckle down and get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? If you've been procrastinating all year long, then it's just the perfect time to go ahead and just buckle down. Ain't no club really clubbing all like that. So yeah, I don't know what y'all celebrating actually. If you living on your homeboy's couch or you sleeping on a floor mat or what you call them air beds and shit. What are y'all celebrating on Friday and Saturday? So let's just buckle down and start looking at the man in the mirror and start looking at the boy that's inside the body of a man
or woman and girl.
or woman. Yeah, it's a lot of y'all giving up free Gucci. Yeah, like stop it, man. Let these dudes earn it, and that's going to lead into what we're gonna be talking about too. Y'all giving it away like it's going out of style. If Gucci was to stop, that should be worth in the pennies. It'd be penny stocks right now. So, ladies, penny stocks. So let's take pride, make these mans earn your keep, unless you're not a keeper. So that's a whole nother subject in itself. But yeah, the subject of the day is starting a relationship just from a one night stand, or just you thought the sex was gonna be bomb because you met him and he had fire conversation. Bam, y'all in the conversation. He moving in, you moving in. Is that a good way to start? Let's discuss.
So let me ask you a question before we go into that. How long are you willing to wait before
what? You talking about nowadays or
no,
before?
just like before,
it changed in each era.
Like, so how long were you willing to wait for a woman to sleep with you?
When I was younger, back in my force MDs and spread my wings and all that, and ready for the world, we was waiting at least 3 months. So
that's pretty good, actually.
yeah, 3 months. And they literally, let's wait a while. All that shit with Janet, that shit was true. Exactly. And they were saying that shit loud as hell. You trying to get me pregnant? I'm trying to have a career. My life is important. They was doing that. Your moms were like that. I don't know about your aunties and, y'all swear y'all got the best mom ever. So I'm just saying your moms, aunties, and sisters were like that. So.
Okay. So what is it now? What is it going right now?
Nowadays, one day. We meet, we like each other. Later on, we probably gonna be fucking. So, and then we determine, that's a real spill from a G right there.
So
a little early edition.
So do you? So do you respect them if they make you wait, or if it just happens?
If it happens naturally, like I'm not pressed. Like most dudes, that's something they have to do, and I don't have to do it that one day either. If we had a great night and we, was drinking and shit, I might be tired and fall asleep, so it ain't gonna happen that night. Just keep it one thigh while. But you know what I'm saying, we reconnect and that next day and we're still feeling the vibe, then it's bound to happen naturally. So I don't think you can put a time limit on natural shit.
Okay. So as long as the vibe is right,
you're on the vibe is right.
Okay.
But nowadays,
okay. So in my perspective, like it's so if in my younger days, I probably sex was like the least thing that we're gonna get into.
Yeah.
So that was like on the very last thing. Like, no, I need to know this, your goals, blah 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 blah.
Younger days, I heard that.
Yeah, but okay.
It changed.
It definitely changed. Funny, it's like a reverse, but now it's kind of like I'm sort of in this space to where, and it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a relationship, right, then you're going to. Those are the goals that you're going to set.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like you said, it does happen natural. But if we're going in and we want something more, sex is not going to be a big thing. Like we're grown ass people. It's gonna happen. We got needs, whatever. But if that's our only intent, then yes, it's gonna stop there. But if we both know that, okay, I want X, Y, and Z from you or from the person, then you're going to go ahead and try to build from that.
But if you feel that way, well, not the way you're talking about now, but if you feel the latter way about the previous way about just wanting to, have a little fling, then you should prepare yourself accordingly. So when you're out there shooting up the club with no protection, somebody bound to get hit, i.e. you bound to get somebody pregnant. So, and when that happens, you get pregnant by the wrong chick with the wrong chick or the wrong dude, then you have to look in the mirror on that shit. That's you. I mean, you had your hot girl summer, or you had your city boy getting it time, and y'all out here freelancing like it ain't no STDs or fucking, like ain't no chances of shit. Like life is life. You gotta just stop playing with life. Like with real.
That's funny.
When y'all out here doing shit and don't think no repercussions gonna happen behind it, I mean that's just you being stupid. Like, I mean, grow up, bro.
But also, like, you can be with somebody for like 3 or 4 years and you end up having a child with them, and it's just like it's the wrong person. So you don't really know.
But you've taken precautionary measures to not have no child with this dude for 3 or 4 years. How does that happen if you shoot another club freely? You probably on the pill, or you took the little shot, or whatever y'all do. So you ain't making him wear no condom no 3 or 4 years. That's not true. Man, he is not wearing no condom no 4 years in no relationship without it accidentally slipping off. So I'm just letting you know that's a real shit. Right
okay. So also I think sex has been so like watered down.
Yeah, I told you.
It's just so it's like they think just listening to the songs, it's just like it's animalistic at this point. It's like what dogs do. If a dog sees another dog, sniffs his butt, and it gets on him, and it does that instantly. So it's kind of like sex has become there's no real connection. It's just like, this is something I do when I go out.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah. So it's like
2021, baby.
We thought 2020 was fucking horrible.
But they outdid.
Yeah, really did, and it's not even over. It's just kind of scary. So I think that because sex has been just so watered down, you hear in the music, like you hear.
That's why it's so easy to fall into.
It's fall into it. It's we're supposed to do this. Is my only value towards you. But like if you sort of look at the music from your grandparents, parents, my generation, they actually sung about like love and trying to build a relationship and trying to like
forever.
really forever, like let's not break up, let's like even when it hurts, even when it hurts, we have to get through this, we still have to be able to sort of talk about it. Now it's just like how I can make you famous, I'll hit you up on your IG and we having sex, just like the chick that we saw that you showed me the video last. Yeah, her. The beginning of the sentence or her song is, there's a whole lot of money up in here. So it's not even about the person's like personality. It's just, I see you, your money, and I can do shit with you to get this money. So it's like so you're basically telling these young girls to be prostitutes. So, and that's all it is. It's like you're just letting yourself out for what, a Birkin bag?
They know the cost of everything, but the value of nothing.
Say that again for people.
They know the cost of everything, but the value of nothing.
Right. So it's like a Birkin bag. I mean, yeah, it's nice, but does that trade in for your value? Like, what value are you to yourself?
If you don't have values, if they're demons and monsters and goons and capers and savages, goblins and shit, then what?
Savages.
I mean, that's the last thing they think about until somebody get killed or somebody is handicapped or somebody dies in their family. It's only immediately when something happens they start caring about life and circumstances and changing. Like niggas literally have to go through the hardest, roughest shit to actually change. You have to go to prison.
20 with the L. We're not even getting out. Like I couldn't imagine being 18, 19, and I'm supposed to be serving 20 years.
Yeah, I
Hell
see it
no.
every time on First 48. New
No.
episode coming out this Thursday. Plug for all my First 48 people.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. But it's terrible. These young kids, they do. I'm like the kid down in Florida. He was getting bullied. Black kid. His name's
Oh yeah, the
Timothy.
one they had on the kid when all the students run out to school and stuff.
Yeah, he shot 4 people. He was like, I was being bullied. Now I understand. Principal should have done his job, but like, you bring a gun in school. Hey, dude, that's not gonna fix
Y'all quick
things.
to pull that trigger, but soon after, you the most cryingest, most sympathy. I'm sorry, this motherfucker on planet Earth, because you know what's gonna happen. Like,
Especially if you're black and dude.
but beforehand, if you rewind like the first 48, if you rewind like the last 24, then you'll see how hyper they was online and talking shit to the ops and all this dumb shit that y'all do. And then you go out there in the real world and some real world shit happened to you. Now you crying and the wrong person got shot, your nephew got killed instead of the person they was shooting at. So I mean, hey, if you build that circle, that's what you're gonna fester in.
Also, a big thing with like with sex and relationships is also we veered off. Sorry, but sex relationships. But sex relationships is consent. All right. So how important is consent? Like for a woman, do you want her to verbally tell you this is good, or can you read her body language and say it's good?
I mean, no means no. That's the only thing that lets me know.
So verbally, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you need a verbal consent. Because
I mean, you're not gonna just be sitting here and then suddenly I'm just gonna try to penetrate you. That would be like
no. So let's say you guys are into it, right?
Mm.
You guys are into it. All right.
Okay.
All right.
In action.
Yeah, you're in action, right? Do you need
preliminaries?
Right. Pre-game.
Pre-game.
So do you need her to verbally tell you this is okay if we keep going? Or because I cannot tell you how many times a woman has said, I was raped. I never tell him yes, he just kept going. So would you stop and be like, yo, is this cool? Or would you just follow her lead? She's not stopping, so I'm not stopping.
First you follow her lead, but then if her lead to not going to the next lead, the shit you want to lead to, then you got to follow that lead as well. Like, okay, we're not. I've had that. You done necked her to death. You done licked on all the chest. And you did all this extra shit. And then as soon as you try to touch or pull something, I don't know. Then you gotta know you ain't getting that. You ain't getting it. So that's a clear indication that you can do all this up here, but that middle section you're not finna. There ain't no haps that night. You gotta respect that.
Okay. So what did you tell your sons? Because I know they have to grow up.
Man, they in the same generation of these other niggas, so they sleep with their girlfriends at their mom's house, or all that shit happened earlier than I realized. They was already doing something before they told me. So they don't do like, hey dad, guess what? Yeah, that don't happen.
Well, meaning that, did you ever tell them like, yo man, I know you're 15, 16, girl?
Condoms. I told them that in middle school. Like, bro, you in 8th grade.
What?
Girls looking at you. Yeah.
8th grade.
8th grade, condoms. That's because they're playing the little pop the band on the girl's arm. Yeah, I remember because I'm the parent. And whatever color the band was, they either get head from the girl or they have sex with her. Yeah, ask your what was that? 2007, 8. Ask the people who of that age now from 2021.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, they played that game. And
so that's all it took was what color band it is.
Yeah, the girls was allowing it to happen.
Wow.
Yeah, how many bands had on a girl? How many different things she had done? So, yeah. So these kids nowadays, that sex talk like you too late.
Well, not sex talk, but like, hey man, if she says no, back up. I can't afford her order.
Yeah, I don't see them really getting that no answer though. But you talking about like some weirdo in college who was a square who finally get a date and then he don't know what to do, and then he mad because it ain't going where he wanted to go. Then he pursues or knocks her out, and then has like I don't really is that like a high percentage of goings on that you know about?
Well, from what I do know, I know 2 situations to where
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I do know 2 situations where they're like into it, and she is 2 guy and a girl. They were into it. They were. I don't want to give out any names because my ass doesn't want to get sued.
Family or relatives?
Family or relatives.
That's what I'm trying to get you.
Friends. Is his friends.
Okay.
So they were into it. Like they were, they were getting into it, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And they kept going. Like her thing was she felt that she was sexually assaulted because he kept going and she never gave him the green light. But
What about saying no? Or I
right,
don't
but
want to.
exactly, she never said that. And
Come
and I
on.
know kind of both people in the situation, so it's kind of like sticky for me.
Yeah,
And he was like, well, had she told me to stop, I would have stopped. But she was like, it's BS that she's saying I sexually assaulted her because, after we were done, she didn't say anything. The next day she didn't text and say it was weird.
Why is she saying that now?
Because she said she thought about it and she didn't like how it went down. And, he should have at least asked her before they went all the way. And for me, I'm going to side with my homeboy on this because if he didn't want to do it, and he's not that guy. He's not that guy to be like, I'm taking this. This is mine. He's not that dude. He's more like, hey, I'm following your lead. If you're kissing me back, and if you're not, pushing my hand away, when it,
I said that.
right, if you're not pushing my hand away, if you're just,
she's pursuing a case against the dude.
Well, she's thinking about it, but she was just, but she keeps saying within our group that like he sexually assaulted me,
bro.
He sexually assaulted me. And everybody in our group is like, well, did you tell him no? Well, he should have asked. I'm like, he's not a mind reader. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can't
Did they ask when they was kissing and mooching and her shit?
No, it was
so
just.
Why has he got to ask?
Right.
For the rest
So
of it?
this is why.
Like I told you, if they don't want to do that, they'll stop your monkey ass. Like
Right.
It's real simple.
Right. So
she's full of shit, right? Get out of here.
So the second thing that
That's an L for that one.
Yeah. So the second one that I did that I know about, and these are not friends or relatives. It's just I heard the conversation. Apparently, like I was in the group while they were talking about it. I don't know any of these people. They're like, well, what are your thoughts on it? So they're dating or whatever, and apparently, as they were like full on, she was like, I don't want to go. She told me to stop, and he didn't know if she was like messing around, like stop, or did she really mean like no, stop. So they were like having sex, but in the middle of it, she was just like stop, and it just confused. So it's like he kept going, but she was like
he finished
but he was like, but she was like no, stop. So he was all messed up and he stopped. So now it's like there's this huge fraction in the relationship because now it's kind of like he doesn't know what the hell happened, and she's like, well, if he didn't stop then, who's to say he's not a rapist? So I'm like,
so don't fuck with her no more. It's real simple.
Well, both people, but again, this is where rape. Like, I do believe if someone claims rape, it has to, like, the due diligence has to be done, because you can't send an innocent man to prison, and you can't ignore someone who is actually a victim. And I think both parties have a responsibility. I'm not talking about you're walking down the street and some asshole jumps on you and he rapes you. That's something different. But if like sexual assault within relationships are so hard to sort of judge because like it's almost like an unwritten rule or understanding that, hey, it's okay to touch you without me saying, can I please touch you, all the time, or can I please kiss you all the time? So it's like,
we gotta rename this segment.
I'm sorry, because we went rape. Yeah. I mean, it was like different
I'm just
things.
saying that could be like your whole little, Joyce.
Yeah. But yeah. So that was sort of interesting. But thank you about the consent thing, because I know people think men are just dogs. But there are men who definitely.
No, the second one, if he stopped and then it's like a confusion, then either they need to talk about it, and you need to explain yourself. Like,
has that happened to you?
No.
Oh.
I mean, come on. I would tell you. I've had the situation where she say stop, and I'd be like, man, that guy's up in line. Where you going? I gotta go. So I ain't did that. I mean, I ain't gonna sit around and that's all it was about, wasn't it? Man, are you serious? I ain't finna answer none of those questions. I'll talk to you later, and left. So.
Okay.
And then the other one is like, yeah, I had that happen too. I'm in there and enjoying myself. She's like, no. I'm like, no. And I'm like, come on, you can't be. And then, no, for real. I'm like, all right. And got out mad because it didn't get there, what I was looking for.
Sorry.
Yeah, so, but both experiences I've had, and both of them, it's like, how can she claim some shit after the fact? Like, what?
Mm.
No, come on, man.
Got you.
No, the first one, nah, that didn't happen to me. My bad. I was talking about as far as getting out when she say get out, or
Right.
stopping when she say stop.
Okay.
But me actually going all the way and then she claim that shit, no, that ain't never happened.
Okay.
Has it happened to you? Leave in the comment, let us know. You know what I'm saying? We was talking about starting a relationship in a positive way of like consensual, say, then the problems of that.
Right.
But we got off exit 17 and started to the assault area of the sitting area of the park. But basically we're saying sex rather is consensual, or she said stop, or what I'm saying, respect a woman's word, or respect her when she don't want to do something. That's just facts. Respect him if he don't want to do something. Like, I've had situations where people try to force you give you some head, and you're like,
stop it, leave me alone.
No, I ain't do all that. Now I'm just like, no, you trying to make up for that bullshit you did earlier.
Oh, so it was a makeup. Okay.
Yeah,
I've been guilty of that.
That's a turn off, really.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, so in conclusion, respect people's boundaries, and what I'm saying, if you're in a relationship for it being sexual, then and you didn't do your research, background check on these people, then it's bound to lead into some issues or some some more cons than pros, because you didn't do your due diligence.
A dead end.
And you get hired a job, they'll be like, you're hired. They background check your ass. They look at previous work history and do all this shit before they consider your ass.
They even get actually, in my opinion, meet his friends, ladies, to see what kind of person he hangs around and surrounds him. Ask one day, hey, let's do it, friend. Like, you meet my friends, I meet your friends. Because if his friends ain't about shit, down the road you're gonna see he ain't about shit. But if his friends are having their own businesses, if they're taking care of their family, if they're sort of like, working people.
Describe the ain't shit ones. What would they be doing?
Shit. They at home on a game.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? They asking mom for $25. They're asking for mom for $25 for the gas, or if they can use a car. They're writing their names on the no part. There's scrub. They're basically they have
passenger seat.
Yeah, they have jobs, but they can do so much better. So if they
have jobs but not careers.
Yeah, they just go one place to the next. So, and then guys, if her friends are just fucking loud for no reason, they just want to twerk and just drink all damn night, you probably would ask yourself, well, how am I going to trust her?
Zero substance.
Yeah, zero. But if they're talking about, I just opened up an LLC, we're doing this, that, and the other, I teach, I lawyer, or I do something that's fulfilling, then yeah, you want to keep her, because if she's around that mindset constantly, then that's what she's going to say. That's actually my joint thing.
All right, well, show what the giveaway is. You don't want to leave that out.
So the giveaway,
you gotta explain what.
So our giveaway for
to our true 2 Live Show / 2 Live Dude 2 Live Dudes subscriber, we're gonna ask the question,
and you guys are gonna
answer it.
So if you're interested in like rapping or doing poetry, we have three microphone set just for
Ultra Voice XM. I mean, you could have said the name.
Oh, Ultra Voice XM 1800s. S. All right, is bear ringer, and all you gotta do is just listen. All right, so that's
the giveaway.
That's the giveaway.
So you tell a friend, tell another friend, you answer this question, and we'll see if you. What's the question?
What is the question? All right. Okay. Who was the first? Who was the first Dodger coach in LA, not Brooklyn, to win the World Series?
I thought it was gonna be related to the show.
Well, okay. I mean, they had, but we're Dodgers fans.
That shit. They have to actually watch the views on the show.
All right, so scratch that.
Yeah.
All right, so what? I mean, I don't know. That was a spot.
You can say, What episode? Yeah.
All
there
right,
you go.
I would say, I
What
think-
episode did Joy join the crew?
There you go.
And what
Was
did
it-
we discuss?
What was the topic? Yeah, there you go. Very good. So why are you asking me? There you go. On the
Hey,
fly.
man,
I love it.
I can think.
So what's the real spill from a G?
Real spill from a G is stop pretending to be someone you're not. You know, if they don't respect you for who you really are, then you shouldn't be wanting to gain respect from them anyway. So, real spill from a G, be yourself, not what everybody else wants you to be. Real spill.
That's what's up.
Short and sweet.
Well,
Baby.
you guys all already heard my joy and pain. So hopefully Dodgers pull it out tonight. And thank you guys for watching.
We need the Dodgers. We're going to come back and see them Braves. Y'all want to see us again, Braves?
No.
All right, anyway, until then. We end it. That's how we end it. Yes, sir. Trying to do
Facts.
Facts.
Not alternate facts.
We can't not lose and we won't. 2 live show.
Hey, till next
Be
time.
back till next time, baby. Oh, damn.